afternoon, everybody. Reece Livermore coming at you live from Melrose Park. Welcome everyone to the 2024 Grand Finals for the Spring League Ultimate Frisbee. Now, during the week we've had some wild weather. It has been extremely hot, extremely Queensland-like, but it has not affected the ground out there. I'm joined by Jared. Jared, how are you making the day today? A bit breezy today, but a lot cooler for the players out there today.
Yeah, that's right. The last few weeks have been a little bit wet and a little bit windy. Today those conditions look like the wind is going from right to left of screen. So definitely will favour the teams that are up on the end on the right.
Yes, and the two teams we've got today for Div 2, we have got Game of Throws, who will be starting on offence today, up against the Holy Knights of Keck. Now, an extraordinary story as we hear them get fired up today. The Holy Knights of Keck, brand new side, coming in only this year. I've known about two players coming into this spring league. They are in a grand final. That is an incredible effort, so I definitely can't wait to see how they go about it today, up against a very good Game of Throws side. Who's your tip for this one? This is going to be tough to call, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. So, as you were saying, Holy Knights of Keck, brand new team for our 2024 season, and only had two experienced players coming into the league. So they were brand new, and yeah, I guess we can say they've had a couple of wins this season, so they've mostly been down towards the bottom end of the ladder, but they've started playing some good frizzer right at the right time of the year.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a problem with their fitness or athleticism. It was just piecing together those players with disc in hand. Once they got the hang of that, they became a totally different side. The siren sounds will be in readiness in any second now. And the wind's actually dropped off a little bit, so this is good. 0-0, 2024 Div 2 Spring League Grand Final about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot wait. Just working out their lines now.
All right, Game of Throws with the hand up. They're ready to go. Just waiting on Keck.
Yes, Game of Throws have a pretty experienced lineup. A few very handy players for them. Obviously, Batman, as we know, Matthew Varela. He'll be a very, very key player today, I think, for them. Take a look at Beth Powell for Holy Knights of Keck as well. Extremely good runner, good defender, and keeps getting better each week with disc in hand. Okay, so we're out on the far wing now, just near the scoreboard. And the hammer goes up straight away. They're not wasting any time. And that is probably one of the quicker points I've ever seen in a game of Frisbee, Jared.
Definitely. I think that's a pretty usual play by Batman to DA with a lovely hammer downfield. So, as we predicted, the wind favouring going down towards the left. So, yeah, they've just used that to their advantage.
That's what they do. They've got absolute weapons going long. DA, Batman, and a few others on board there. This is going to be a pretty massive thing to try and defend because they have some height and they have some good speed themselves, the Game of Throws. But that's okay. They cannot be disheartened by that. They get a chance with the disc now. Let's see how they can go in working the disc up. It is going to be looking like the scoring end.
That's right, and we've got Batman with the disc now. The pull to start the game went about halfway, so let's see how Batman goes in these conditions.
Yeah, it was a nice pull. All seems to be in readiness. Here we go. Watch this one go.
Oh, look at that. We've made the brick.
That roll's good. That's a good stop. If that roll got by, there's some territory. Okay. Patient build up so far. It looks like Isaac with the disc.
Isaac over here. Bethany now.
There we go. Nice patient build up by Holy Knights of Keck.
Yeah, here's Isaac.
That's Isaac, yep. That's Beth with it now.
Yeah, we'll see these.
It's bobbed up a little bit. You don't want to do that against this side. You don't want that disc bobbing up. But it wasn't a bad build-up, Jared.
It was, yeah. They were moving, they showed a bit of patience, and then just the conditions. And I think that's probably the difference between these two teams with the experience of Game of Throws over the Keck players.
Absolutely. As Howard then just goes over to Adams. No, there's been a call, I think.
Okay, so I think there was contact on the disc, but I think it's been retracted and just, game back on.
Play on. So, Adams with it now. There's that hammer again. That's hovering. Will he get there? No. No, that's where it's going to hold up in the wind, I think, going to the right-hand side. It'll just float. Oh, that's a nasty pass.
Isaac to Beth, and normally their link-ups are very good, just a little bit wayward.
Yep. Little bit of a rush of blood to the head with that throw.
Okay, are we predicting a hammer?
I think so, yeah. Hammer's happening. Yeah.
Oh, the backhand.
It's a backhand. That's defendable. Yep. You don't often do that against this side. Okay, let's see how they work it up here.
Oh,
Got to be patient.
Again.
Beth with it now. She's had a bit of the disc already.
Plenty of cuts coming from the Holy players, which is nice, but great defence there by Game of Throws.
Yeah, nearly got the hand and knocked that disc down. Here we go. Oh, gee, great grab.
Now this is their strength. They are a fast team and can move the disc quite quickly.
We're in the end zone already. Oh, couldn't quite grab hold of it. That was a really nice build-up. Once they got past the initial defenders of Game of Throws, you're right, the athleticism allowed them to spread and create that opportunity. Nearly went to hand. And I'll tell you what, Cassie Carlisle, I reckon she'll have a few good looks at it before this game's through, Jared.
Definitely, I think. Oh, where is she now? Not Paula making the downline move. DA nice and patient with the disc, doesn't seem too worried. He's looking at Batman, trying to get a bit of a move from him. Here goes Batman.
Yep.
The throw to him.
Little disc, but no, well defended. That doesn't often happen to Batman. Unfamiliar territory.
Okay, Isaac and Beth, here comes their link up again.
Just couldn't quite get that one to hand. Just a little bit too quick on the play. Just settle it down. Nice and patient, like I can talk.
That's right, and remember the disc coming up this way to the right is going into the wind, so it will hover a little bit longer than what it normally would.
It's allowing the defenders to get back and actually set themselves a lot better too, which I think will frustrate. This is what I'm talking about. There's a bladey little disc to no one really in particular.
Oh, look at this
and
roll.
That roll is pretty handy for the Knights of Keck. They won't be too disappointed with that. They came back another 5-10 metres. Still at one! So this is Shawnee big with it now. Got it to Isaac. Oh, hang on. Oh, gee, I thought for a second that might have snuck through.
Oh, same for GA. Just read it beautifully and was just waiting and filling that space.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. You don't get cool customers as much as DA. He's as calm and collected as you like, and that's what you want in big games like this. Anyway, disc goes down.
Oh, and DA again with another block and intercept.
I think he's had just about most of the disc on the ground, I reckon, at this stage. Batman, that's his bread and butter there. Just a third of the way up the field.
I've got Kendall streaking down there, heading into the end zone. And
yeah, there's some athleticism in Kendall. But there's that hovering disc again. Even though the breeze died a little bit, it still hovered just enough.
You look in the, it's been pretty...
Now right across the ground to Isaac. Good move. Good move, Beth. Nice cut there. Now they could be on here. Oh, yes, there you go. There's the equaliser. I think that might have been Sean Big with the point. That was a really nice build-up. In fact, it was not. It was Morrison getting into the end zone into some good positioning there. So we go to 1-1 now. And, yeah, definitely the scoring end. Get a couple of points against the wind, and I'll tell you what, you'll go a long way into winning this game, Jared.
Definitely. So I guess it's going to be which team can just handle the conditions and play to them a little bit better. So at the moment, you'd like to, going into this game, you'd think Game of Throws would probably be able to do that, but Holy Knights of Keck, I think we've underestimated them before, and they've put themselves in this position in the grand final. So anything can happen.
That's exactly right. And I've just got to say, they're both pretty even in terms of the way they're handling at the moment. There's been a few opportunistic passes that have gone to ground, but when they have connected, they've connected really, really well. And the Holy Knights of Keck, they'll use that run and spread almost like football, just to get into those open positions and find those loose players everywhere, especially up at their attacking end of the ground. But I think they've been all right with the disc in hand.
No, they haven't. Yeah, like you said, they've been about 50-50 with both teams. So, yeah, I guess it's just who's going to adapt better to the conditions and go from there.
Exactly right.
All right, let's see if we can get this pull over that halfway mark.
That one's might roll. Yeah, it rolls a little bit. That's not a bad little roll there.
And Batman just nice and calm.
Past the scoreboard. Yep. Oh, there's a nice flick pass. Could be on here. Oh no, it just pushes away. So that's the other thing. Going to the left, your discs are going to go about 5 to 10 metres further than normal because the wind will push it across like that. But you don't mind turning it over there because you can set your defence pretty hard, and that's the reason why.
Yep.
So now they're in a really good attacking position up the ground, into the scoring end.
Kendall with the disc over to DA. DA is going to be looking
long
for Batman. No, he's heading in now, so let's see if they can get a link up.
Cuts also coming in from Glastonbury as well. Oh, that's a nice lead. Has he scored? I think he has. And that was a very methodical play from Game of Throws. That's the experience coming through. DA just taking his time with the disc. Batman knew where to be. Played a bit of football, a bit of footy background there. Just waited for his opportunity to lead towards the disc carrier. And a nice, very constructed point there from the Game of Throws side. So 2-1, definitely the scoring end. But Holy Knights of Keck, they cannot bow their heads here. They have been doing really, really well. It's just both teams have a pretty good offensive lineup by the look of things.
That's right, yeah.
Fairly even in defence too.
I think we should mention as well, this is Game of Throws' second Div 2 Grand Final appearance. They were in the Grand Final last year against, was it Frisbee Falcons?
I think it was the Falcons, yeah.
So there's a few new faces on their Game of Throws team this year. So those that don't know, they originally started as Blackjack and Huckers, and then they've introduced their second team, which is Game of Throws, and this year they have changed up their teams a little bit, and both have performed admirably this season.
Absolutely. I do remember that Blackjack and Huckers and Mad Panda Grand Final of a couple of years ago, which was an absolute epic. I don't think I could speak for about a week after that. I think I lost my voice big time. Anyway, out the disc goes. Looks like he's taking the brick. It's just hovering. It's just hard to control that. The short passes down to the right hand side of the ground. That's going to be the goal, I think.
Okay, and for those that don't know, a brick is when the pull is made at the start of each point, and if the disc lands out on the full, the players have the option to play it from where it went out or bring it to the middle of the field.
Now, my co-commentator for this one will be in a grand final a bit later. Jared, how are you feeling today? Just watching this and nerves kicking in yet, or you're pretty chill? You seem pretty chill, I must say.
Oh, look, I'm glad the outside looks that way.
Here we go.
Batman, well read again.
Oh, well.
Stu to Batman, and just such a great link up. Those three players have been started on Blackjack and Huckers, and then I think they've rejoined again this time on Game of Throws.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what Batman does well. He finishes off those players really well. So hard to defend one-on-one, and that's a point against the play, really.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, Reece. You beat me to it. So
sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, all good. So yeah, first one against or into the wind, so that's going to give that break point. So let's see how Keck respond now. They will definitely need to get this one, because if you're going to let Game of Throws get a few points clear, it's going to make it really difficult to come back from.
Yeah, exactly right. This is the point they need right now, and they're going to have to do it against the wind, but they've seen how it can happen, so they can emulate that. The one thing that I think will put the Holy Knights of Keck in good stead, say that 10 times quickly, is they've got a fairly big bench actually. Looks like they've got a fair few more people in Game of Throws. That could be a factor coming into the second half. But you're right, they need to score now. Keep in touch. If they can be level or even just 1 point behind, that's a pretty good result.
That's right.
Pretty good launching pad for the second half.
We'll see how this pull goes now by DA. Lovely,
just beautiful action.
Backhand in here, and let's see
That's
how...
gone out though, unfortunately.
We'll see how they set up. Are they going to try and zone?
Looks like they're going to brick again, so could be a good time for a zone.
It almost looks like they're just matching.
Yeah.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3. Not really a zone, but very tight defence. And there it is. That is a really good intercept there by Glastonbury.
Not too sure of the call. There may be a pick call.
I think a pick. I don't know. I blinked and I missed it. Anyway, back with the Holy Knights of Keck. Is it contact or a pick? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Back to where it started.
Alright, it definitely sounded like he got to the in 10 and stalled out.
Oh, stalled out, okay. Well, can't blame them for not being too patient. This is dangerous here for the Holy Knights of Keck. Your good defence. That is really well done. That is a point-saving defensive knockdown there. Biggs with it now. Oh, it's hovered. Oh dear. This is danger. They really need to mark up tight here. The scoring end. They don't want to cough another one up, the Holy Knights of Keck. DA with it now. Cool customer. He won't rush. Oh, don't know if that stayed in, did it?
Oh, from where I was, it almost looked like he stepped out.
I think he did. We'll see what the call is. This is the beauty and the uniqueness of Ultimate Frisbee, ladies and gentlemen. It is self-officiated. There is no referee or umpire, as you can see. Players talk any calls out amongst themselves. And I'll tell you what, it works really well. People learn how the game of Frisbee works at best that way. Especially if you're a new player. The experienced players can talk to the newer players of any side, and yeah, it's a great way to build that communication and build that spirit, Jared, which is something that is really unique to Ultimate Frisbee despite the competitiveness of the games.
No, that's right. The spirit behind the game is probably at the foremost, and yeah, at times when you get players coming in from other sports, it takes them a little bit of time to get the hang of it. But yeah, after a few games, they understand that it's not all just about winning; it's about playing in good spirit and good sportsmanship.
Exactly right. So saying that, I think it was agreed upon that he did score that point, and the score goes to 4-1. Little bit of a danger time here for the Holy Knights of Keck. Bit of a break now from Game of Throws, the experienced side, or more experienced.
If Game of
That's
Throws,
a good ball, by the way.
If the Game of Throws get this next point, that's going to be 5, and that'll be half time. And then it's putting them in a pretty tough position to come back from that.
No, this goes down again, unfortunately, there from Pickersgill.
All right, and we've got Batman with the disc.
Also pretty handy with the disc in hand. Can throw a hammer with the rest of them. And the best of them. There you go, there's the hammer. Oh, it's just drifted away. That's tough in these breezes, though, going across that part of the field.
Okay, so Holy Knights of Keck really have to capitalise on this moment now and move it down the field and get one back.
Just got to get back to what they started with in the game that got them the point. Just nice patient build-up. Make sure you throw. That's a good link play. There's Beth Powell with it now. Oh, it's bobbled up. Ah, dear, oh dear. It's just a game of millimetres sometimes, Jared. A bit lower, and that one was an easy grab, but when they bobble up like that...
And that's sort of the pressure that grand finals bring to, isn't it, Reece?
Yeah, especially with the new side. Well, that's an interesting throw. A look away. Well, it's worked. It's a look away, sort of a backhanded scuba, if you will.
Batman with the easy catch, but then just a bit of a skill error then.
A little bit. Maybe thought someone was there that wasn't. Anyway, Holy Knights of Keck with another chance. That's a great grab by Beth.
Great grab.
Beth Powell there.
Made up for that drop just before.
Yeah. So much easier to catch the hard ones than the easy ones.
Sometimes it is, isn't it?
Especially in this kind of weather. They just can't work it past that part of the ground.
That Game of Throws zone defence was just working really well then.
Yep. They're just suffocating the Holy Knights of Keck right now. Zone defences are really tough. They do suffocate you as a handling team. There's a big throw. That is a great grab. I think that might be 5-1.
That's 5-1 and Batman with the score
second.
again. How many of these 5 do you think Batman's picked up now?
I think that's his second at least. Maybe third. Don't know. Have to put a GPS tracker on him. 5-1 here, half time for the Div 2 2024 Ultimate Spring League Grand Final. Holy Knights of Keck. Game of Throws. Stay tuned for the second half. Reece joining you here, bit of roaming Reece time here for half time. Look out. So we're with the Game of Throws at the moment. A pretty good start to them, 5-1 in the Div 2 2024 Grand Final with DA. With a couple of them here.
Yeah, no,
why not? No.
Oh, Stu's left me.
Come on, Starkey. No, that's all right. He's absolutely abandoned you, just like the footy. Look, DA, pretty good start to you guys. 5-1 in challenging conditions with his breeze that bobbles up. How are you seeing the first half of that game?
No, going excellent. Well, the wind is really difficult, but we're proving that it's. We've been training in the wind, and it's helping us at the moment. So we're capitalising on that, on the drops and stuff like that, and just making sure we retain possession.
Absolutely, and with the Holy Knights of Keck, brand new side coming into a grand final, as I think I said to you earlier, they've come out to play, but I think the experience in that zone defence that you put on is suffocating them a little bit. Is that the plan going into the second half? And don't worry, I won't tell them. from.
It could very well be. We will change it up, so just to keep them guessing as well. So yeah, we will be looking at different defences and different throwers and stuff like that. So
Absolutely. Well, thanks, EA. Yeah, good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Good start to you guys so far.
Thank you.
All right, as we see you, this is a Div 1 team warming up here. There's my co-commentator there that you might have heard for the first half. Beautiful day for it, if not for the breeze. Not so hot like it has been. Here we go, so looks like they've broken. I'll come into the huddle a little bit here. Yeah, why not? We'll go with you, Beth.
Hey Reece, how you going?
Good, Beth. Look, again, congratulations on making the grand final.
Oh, yes.
5-1 at half time. Look, you guys aren't without a chance. You started really well in that one.
Yeah.
What do you think you need to get back to in the second half to get yourselves back into the contest?
Just what we said then. So communication, we're very flat out there. Not really got the drive that we normally have and the speed and intensity. So just play our game, communicate, let the teammates know where each other are, and then just hit the right throws and get a few points under on the scoreboard, and I think we'll hit our gears after that.
Absolutely.
That's the plan.
Absolutely.
We'll see if we can execute, but we'll have a go.
No worries. So they are right and raring to go here. Second half shouldn't be too far away here in the Div 2 Spring League Ultimate Grand Final. Mad Panda's warming up too. That'll promise to be an epic for the Division 1 Grand Final. Trying to be as conservative as I can with my voice because I'll probably blow me top at some point. It's bound to happen at some given stage. Both teams looking pretty sharp and switched on. Anyway, second half about to commence, and we'll cut to the second half as it's about to start. Both sides on the ground now. Welcome back. Second half about to commence for the Div 2 2024 Spring League Ultimate Grand Final. Currently 5-1 in favour of Game of Throws. But Holy Knights of Keck has a pull from Batman is a pretty good one, especially against the wind. Holy Knights of Keck were really serious in that huddle. They were really wanting to work on that connection and get back to the game style that got them to the grand final, Jared.
Yeah, and as we see now, we've got the little throws, which is what they were doing in that first half, which was working for them. It's just, can they keep maintaining possession when not dropping?
Exactly right. Oh, that's a nervous moment there. Lucas did really well with that. There's a pull. That's going to go to the right. Oh, just curled away. Oh, he set himself. That was Mailini in the end zone there for the Holy Knights of Keck. He set himself and it just curled away from him. So nearly a quick one. That's a good positive start from Holy Knights of Keck.
Oh, a quick little turnover here by Holy Knights.
That's good pressure. Good defensive pressure.
Person on the mark then just got a little bit of a block.
Yeah.
Isaac says this is my disc, so he's looking to assert some dominance into this team.
Yeah, I think him and Beth are going to be the keys here in setting up these plays. Lucas with it now. Oh, it's just a nothing sort of a throw, unfortunately. That undid a little bit of good work, but
again, just the defensive pressure by Game of Throws.
That too. Yep, just force that throw, probably against what they were wanting to do. So that's it about Ultimate Frisbee. Another opportunity can come by in a second, just like that from Carlisle. Snuck in like a librarian. Isaac with it now, a blady little curly disc. That was going to always be a bit tough to read, that one.
But I think that's what Keck need to do. They need to move the disc a little bit quicker and not give Game of Throws that time to set up and get the defence in place.
Exactly. Yep, that athleticism is what got them that point. And those quick sort of plays, once they get past that initial defensive zone, they're out here. Mind you, Game of Throws haven't probably been as efficient out of their back half as they'd like to be. As another disc goes to ground with some good pressure. Isaac now in a really good position.
We've had a contact call.
We have had a contact call.
Daniel's saying that his arm was hit as he was trying to catch that disc.
So for those that are watching that are new to the game, and especially if you're into footy, you're disc width apart, and another one goes to ground. That was a tough one there. Yeah, disc width apart basically. Oh, nearly a slips catch almost from Beth Bell. Sometimes you do get those contacts on the throw onto the arm. It's never intentional. Oh, it's up. It's bobbled.
Both teams seem to be making a few unforced errors at the moment.
Yeah, they are. Knights of Keck look pretty good though. Oh, that one's just bobbled up. That was always going to be tough, Carlisle against Batman, the tallest on the ground versus the shortest. Oh, good defence. That was a good contest. DA pats him on the back for a good effort. Isaac with it. These two have been working well together. Beth and Isaac. Jared, they've really orchestrated a lot of this movement. That's a great grab too. They've got to score here, and they do through Mayalini, I believe. And there's that opportunity that I was talking about. It can just happen in the click of the fingers. That is a very handy point. It takes them to 5-2, and that is the way to use that end. Really good pressure from Knights of Keck. I feel like the defence is a lot more concentrating and a lot more effective this time around.
That's right, and exactly what we were saying, using their speed and athleticism, not giving Game of Throws a chance to set up their defence and apply that pressure. If they can move that disc quickly and just keep hanging on to those catches, then they can very quickly get themselves back into that game.
Absolutely. I think that actually might have been Lucas Pickersgill with the point there. But he was in a really good position, read the disc well. There was a little bit of movement on that disc, that sort of left to right movement, but he read it well. There's a couple that have just gone over the head, which can frustrate you, but they stuck to their guns and they were able to get that point and put the pressure on a more experienced side in Game of Throws.
All right, we've got Isaac with the disc now ready to make the pull. Remember, into the wind, going to the right of screen. Let's see if he can get it over halfway, then it puts them into a pretty good pressure, or pretty good spot to then apply that pressure on defence.
Exactly right. And we saw Batman. It doesn't seem to matter what conditions it is. Oh, there's a roll. That roll goes out. Probably right on halfway, I would say.
And we've got Kendall bringing the disc back in.
Maybe a metre or two in front of the hat.
Yeah, so foot on the line. So you pivot foot on the line, yep. Tap, then count.
So with it now is Seaton. Nice little pass to DA. Ooh, nice little cut there. DA's decided to go long, but really no one was on there. And he's been such a cool customer, DA. That one was a little bit maybe out of character. I guess it was sort of on, but...
I suppose when you've got Batman as the receiver, nearly every throw could be on.
Yeah, I suppose so. That one just not quite holding the line as he wanted to. There's that clearing pass. Beth in a good position. Cops a bit of a head high for a troubles. Free kick play on. And they're working it up now. Oh, nice. Nice grab. That was Mayalini over
Batman.
to Isaac and just goes to ground there. I think, did Batman get a bit of a hand on that?
I think he just got a bit of a finger to it and just knocked it to the turf.
Yep, it's just enough sometimes with a disc.
All right, Stu to
Nice little
DA.
pass. Now he's going to go long. Oh, not far away from the hand. That was a laser beam of a flick and nearly went to hand.
All right, let's see now if Keck can get a bit of movement. Move it a bit quicker. Oh, but that throw.
Oh, it could work still. It does work.
Yeah, it had me worried there, Reece. I didn't think they were hanging on to that one.
No, me neither. I thought, oh, Beth got burnt like a bad piece of toast on that play, but they work it up nicely past halfway. Oh, it's a funny little one. It's a bit of pressure. It's good pressure, actually, by Seaton. On, what was Jardy with it there, so she'll mark up. Just a little bit behind halfway. That's good defensive pressure.
Oh, Isaac, that one, just getting the reach in front of Batman.
I think he was just going for territory on that one to reset. But how good has Isaac been in a couple of those defensive plays? I reckon there's been a few times it's probably stopped the score being a much bigger margin with a couple of his defensive plays in there, and a couple of others from the Holy Knights of Keck have done well with that too. Just got to convert it now. Another couple of points.
We've got Stu bringing the disc back in.
Another good handler for Game of Throws. Let's see what he can do with this.
Prefers the flick by the way he's standing.
Does, doesn't he? No. Going to go back, sort of an inside-out backhander. Oh, see, that's just the advantage of Batman there.
That's right. His experience and the ability to read the disc so well.
Gee, I'll tell you what, that wasn't far away.
And then we have Keck right back in their defensive zone again, and they've got to do all that hard work to bring it back up.
Yep, against the wind as well. It's not so bad. I think it's dropped off a little bit, the wind since the first half. There's still little bits of gusts though as it's about to make a liar out of me. Anyway, Carlisle. Oh, good grab. It started to float again, bobble up. And that one's just not going to go to the target. So this is dangerous now. Batman with it.
Let's go, Cat.
Pretty good with the handling himself. Oh, just didn't quite find the target. I think it's getting hard to read in that end zone, even with the wind, because it's curling in different ways than it probably was in the first half, actually.
I think we can see the flag bouncing around in the background there. It's a bit of wind has just picked up now.
Yeah, it's made a liar out of me. Oh, no. He's all by himself, unfortunately, and had the drop. And then none of these are going to hand too, so Holy Knights of Keck just got to slow it down now. Don't get caught up in the freneticism of this one. The last couple of plays, just hold this, be patient. Down the wing it goes, good grab.
And here's that quick movement, but Game of Throws have just slowed them down.
Oh, yeah, they're suffocating him a little bit, forcing these throws. That one over the boundary line. So with it now is Parry. Oh, tell you what, that was a great intercept there by Carlisle. To Beth, nearly had a head taken off by that one.
Well, I think that's Malia Scott, that one. Carlisle's our Game of Throws.
My apologies, yes. Oof, okay, Malia Scott, my bad. Oh, and there's a point. Pretty clinical in the end. That's just that controlled throw, and I think that might have been Glastonbury with the point there on the end of that. He looks like a pretty offensive type player, Glastonbury. Seems to like to get clear of the opposition, and again, like a footy player, just timed his lead to perfection and was able to get on the end of that. Pretty much unmanned.
So we mentioned before about Blackjack sort of being, not Blackjack, Game of Throws being a little bit undermanned, but I suppose when you have that experience of Batman, DA and Stu, you've always got a great strength of players on the field, don't you? So.
It does make a difference, and it looks like they're really hemming in on their defence in this half, and they know that Holy Knights of Keck are an athletic side, so they don't want to get them. They don't want to be chasing after them and letting them get over the back. So defensively, their pressure's been really good. They've struggled to get. Holy Knights of Keck has struggled in the last few minutes just to get it past that first third of their defensive half. 6-2 the score.
Batman signals
How's
with
that
the
for a
pull. Absolutely lovely.
Oh, it's gone out though. There's that curl, it's unbelievable. Didn't seem like there was much breeze on that particular pull, it's just hovering.
That's right, and it's sort of, the breeze has been going across the field. This one was then pushing it towards us.
It almost started from the others. Well, it almost aimed for the outer wing. Scoreboard end.
Oh, nice little touch in there.
This is danger.
Game of Throws.
This is danger. And there's another point. That might be the one that hurts him, I think, a little bit. That was Walsh with that one.
Walsh held his position absolutely beautifully. Just the more experienced player, knew where he needed to wait.
Yeah, it was ominous signs, unfortunately, for Holy Knights of Keck. Once Game of Throws know that they've got those throwers and someone gets over the back like that, they're going to be very, very hard to stop.
That's right.
Impossible in that instance.
And we've got that upwind point again, so it's making it just that little bit harder now for Keck. But can they dig deep and pull something out, Reece? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think they've got the side to do it, and they're going to need to. But we'll see how they go with this. They're working against the wind, as we've seen a bit of a change there. Batman coming off for a breather. DA back on the ground. They're going to have to play their best Frisbee. They're going to have to play perfect Frisbee from here, I think, to hem this margin back in at 7-2 as it currently stands. It's just lucky it's not one of those 35, 36 degree days. That could feel like 100-0. That kind of lead.
Yeah, look, I'm actually not too sure what I'd prefer, whether stormy conditions or it being a little bit too hot.
Stormy's pretty exciting. I do like the rain. I do remember a point, my team, Mighty Hucks, shout out, played against, I think it was disked out for Harambe a few years ago, and it was like a 30-minute point in the pelting rain.
Wow. Geez, that's bringing back some memories. Just out Harambe, they've been missing from our spring leagues for a number of years now.
Yeah, I think that was back in 2016 if I remember.
But they still live on in the hearts of many of our players.
As does Harambe, hashtag. Anyway, Holy Knights of Keck with it now. Working it up, there's that floating disc, where's it going to go? Well read. It needed it. Ooh. No call made, I thought maybe it could have been a little bit of contact, but nothing called. So,
Stu moving towards the disc again.
Just patient, just walk. That just shows a mindset, doesn't it? They're just walking up to it, they just know what they're going to do. Although the wind's really picked up now. Got people holding down gazebos. Oh, and there's that wind that's just bobbled. I'll blame the wind. I always blame the wind when it's not windy.
The flag down that end doesn't look too good either.
No. It's laying down like a tired day of work. There's a laser beam of a pass. That has gone everywhere.
It's
chaos in that throw.
Almost taken Stu's head off with it.
I feel like he lost his footing as he was going for that one.
Yeah, very bladey throw. So obviously those discs are a little bit easier to catch when you can keep them horizontal. The more vertical they are, Reece, it makes it a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, definitely, especially at that speed. I reckon Jaspreet Bumrah would be pretty happy with the speed on that one. Cricket reference, we didn't think I'd be doing that, but there we go. Holy Knights of Keck in a tough position. There's a bloody throw. Oh, and that's not a good roll for them either. No one stopped it. That is right on the goal line. That is a real shame. You've got to stop that roll.
You got this, Keck.
If you saw the way the disc moved around on the ground, it just shows the wind has made a liar out of my comment from a few minutes ago. It is actually picking up with the intensity. This is dangerous here. Oh, no. Bit of a let off there.
So great pressure there by Keck. There was no easy options for DA, and he's quite the competent handler too.
Yeah, he tried to pop that one over the top. So yeah, full credit to Holy Knights of Keck. Those dump options are pretty handy in that time. You could probably swing it left to right a little bit, even if you give up a little bit of meterage. But oh, that one could have gone to ground. Beth did really well with it. Oh, even that one just curling back that way. Not sure you're allowed to hit it forward quite like that, but anyway. They're stopping that roll now, Jared. They're well onto it now.
That's right. We've got DA heading into the end zone now. Is he trying to pick up a sneaky point for himself?
If there's a guy that deserves it, it's definitely DA. He's been really good today, really good handling, good leadership. Just really cool and calm under pressure, isn't he, Jared?
Yeah, that's right. And I think we might need to change around a little bit, get Batman to handle a bit more so DA can get some of the glory.
Come on, Keck!
See how that goes. That one felt like it stayed up in the air for an eternity. This is, well, there's another bloody one. It works, though. Couldn't see who that was in the end zone there, but that is a nice grab. That was blading.
Oh, so that's Paula, I think.
Might have been Paula.
Yeah, number 19. Great
Oh.
throw from DA.
Paula Wallermans. Hope I pronounced that right. Paula Wallermans, sorry. That was a bladey disc. That wasn't an easy grab. It wasn't high, but when they blade like that, it can be really hard to even take it in the hands or even on the chest. She's done really well with that. The score moves to 8-2. And, excuse the pun, Jared, but it's time for Holy Knights of Keck to throw caution to the wind. So we're going to blow you around now. We're going to throw the disc. We're going to start moving really quickly. We're going to start using our athleticism to try and work that disc up and not let Game of Throws get set in their defence.
That's right. And
easier said than done, but they've got to try it.
definitely, yeah. In these conditions, even with the wind in your favour, it still makes it hard. All those catches that are normally quite simple, you have to have a double take, make sure you get it, and then work out what you're going to do.
Well, we've seen some chaos in that end zone as well. Even though it's a scoring end, it seems, we've seen that disc blade around and bobble around in really hard to read ways. But again, you can take nothing away from Holy Knights of Keck. We've tried their hearts out today. They're a new side that's gotten into the grand final. Look at the speed on Biggs there. They are going for it. This could work. This could work. Oh, maybe about 1.5 meters away from him. But that's exactly what they've got to do, Jared. Might as well.
Isn't
Give it a go.
And that's the excitement that Holy Knights bring to this league. So,
That was the pace on Biggs there.
Oh, absolutely booking there. Now, hopefully he hangs around for the grand final sprint after the Div 1 game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he'd probably put himself into a favourites contention with that. I got exhausted sitting down watching him, let alone trying to chase him. Anyway, game of throws with it now. This is a good end. This is good for Holy Knights of Keck. They've forced them right back on their goal line, on the corner. Oh, that's gone through everybody. Maybe a bit of a finger on it there from Holy Knights.
And Isaac with the disc. Is he looking
He's
to
not
move it
wasting
quickly?
any time. Oh, good intercept by Glastonbury.
And as we mentioned earlier, Game of Throws made the Div 2 Grand Final last year and went down to Frisbee Falcons. So this is a bit of a redemption for them. So I guess they've got more on this game to come out and show that they do deserve to be here.
Absolutely. Frisbee Falcons were, well, they are a fantastic side, so hard to beat. So it is good to see Game of Throws back. Oh, that's a great block.
And I think during the Div 1 Grand Final reach, you'll have reps, like their captain joining you to commentate for that game.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm pretty sure if the result goes away, I think it will. I'm pretty sure he'll be a pretty happy, bubbling commentator as well, I must say. After a game, after a good team performance, I must say. While you got your usual suspects doing a good job, it's been the whole team effort, Jared, that's got them into it. Some good defensive efforts from probably ones that don't necessarily get a lot of the disc. Is another point there for Game of Throws. And that was Cameron Walsh again.
Cameron Walsh. Yeah, did he play last season, Reece? He's a new face for me.
I got to be honest, I'm not actually 100% sure. But I'll tell you what, it looks like he's been playing for 10 years away. He's getting into those positions and just getting on the end and really rewarding the good work up the field from Game of Throws. 9-2, this is getting a little bit out of hand now.
That's the leadership that DA, who we got, Stu and Batman bring to the team, so they know their game style that they like and they just find the players to be able to slot into those positions. Absolutely right.
As we see Caitlin Howard go onto the ground. She's been pretty good actually, not a heck of a lot of the disc, but she has defended really well, and the times that she has had the disc, she's just done the right thing with it in tough conditions. So see what she can bring to this defensive unit here for the Game of Throws.
And here we go, Kendall Seaton with the pull, with the wind helping behind her. Nice
Not
pull
bad.
there.
That's going to go past halfway. Clears it by about 5 metres or so. That's a nice pull. Off a step to it, looked like. There's no run up to that one. Anyway, Beth with it now. Oh, it's just gone to ground. No, it hasn't.
Let's go, Cat!
Oh, just a bit of... It's that quick movement. Unfortunately, sometimes throws can just go to the ground like that, but there is a call. Okay. I think by what DA is saying, there might have been another bit of contact with the hand as it was released, but we'll see what happens here on the result of this. It's going to go back.
So that's some good sportsmanship.
This is what we were talking about earlier with that spirit and that self-refereeing between the sides. That was well done by DA. That's experience again. Talked it through beautifully. And I think any call that has been made has been really well communicated today, Jared, and that's what it's all about.
That's right, and as we were saying, Keck's being quite a new team, so not fully around all the rules of Ultimate. So it's really great to see the experienced heads of Game of Throws making sure that they're teaching them along the way.
Exactly right. Fortunately, that one bobbles away from the Holy Knights of Keck.
We've got a 9-2 score, Reece, and if Game of Throws get this next one, then that's going to be game.
It's going to be close. Oh, DA just not quite getting on to that one. That was nearly it there, Jared.
That's right. We were talking about the DA and Batman connection trying to get that roles reversed.
I think they might have heard you, mate.
Let's see if they can do it again. It'd be a nice way for DA to finish this game.
He deserves it, doesn't he? With everything he's done today, he's been just about probably the best on ground for mine. That's a good defensive knockdown there. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite grab hold of it. Is it there? Oh, that was nearly it too.
Who was that? Cassie streaming down to that outside end.
Yep.
Cassie Carlisle, this is her first year playing. So she's come into this team knowing, I think, Katrina Rose, who's absent today. I think they're CrossFit buddies.
She's running out the game really nicely, got into a really good position there, just unfortunately couldn't grasp it. But yeah, certainly not out of a place on the on the Frisbee field. Oh, is it sit? No. Nearly.
And that's that win playing a big play into the game. So it'll be interesting to see how our Div 1 teams go in that next game and how they handle these conditions.
That's gone to ground, actually. I think that's Game of Throws again. Oh, there it is. Is he out? Is it in? I think that might be it. And the 2024 Div 2 champions at Game of Throws after coming agonisingly close last year. A great grand final by them, just a clinical effort. Holy Knights of Keck, they came out firing in both of those halves. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it done against the more experienced team. And that was that point. They did smell blood in the water on that point. 10-2 the final score. But Jared, I don't think that really reflects the quality of the game. I think Holy Knights of Keck, they've got something really special developing here. Definitely hope to see them again next year and see what they can do. Maybe they can have a redemption game in the grand final next year.
Yeah, to see where they've come from the first week, we played against them. And yeah, you could just see how green they were. So from that first game, 9 weeks ago, to now, the growth that they've shown is incredible. And yeah, like you said, hopefully if you can hang around for another year and come back and yeah, let's see what they can do, be bigger and stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we might head over to the Spirit Circle.
All right, let's do that. Another ultimate Frisbee tradition. The captain's talk. They get into a nice circle. Each captain has a go at talking.
That was a very tricky game, with the wind especially, amazing crazy. Our guys probably not exactly the outcome we were wanting or any of that, but it was a very great chance to get to the final from where we started and got this fight. And yeah, it's fun and very good effort by all of us to make it out, but yeah, Game of Throws is just have that extra bit that we're still missing, and like your teamwork, and especially them long hammer throws, they were working with that win. Well done, and you great enjoy that later. But yeah, that's all I have to say. 3 cheers for Game of Throws. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
Holy Knights of Keck, it's an amazing job that you've got to the grand final in the first season that you've ever played this game. So you should be very proud of yourselves. You did a great game. You really made it tough for us at the start, but that wind just picked up, and when it got stuck down that end zone, it just kept rolling back to that point for us. It made it a lot easier for us, and very, very hard for you. But you still did really good. You did some long throws as well in the wind, and you had some good runs. So we hope you come back for another season, and we hope we can play you again because it was really good. We had some talks about some of the fouls and things that were contested, so that was really good. So appreciate that. So Game of Throws, 3 cheers.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Well, we'll go with the winning captain to the Game of Throws. DA, congratulations, mate, to you and your team. That was a redemption game from last year.
Sure was.
Clinical display from start to finish in challenging conditions. How are you feeling now as opposed to last year?
Much better than last year. Look, I feel like the result was the same from last year to this year. Like the score looks like the same. So it was 10-2, and we were the 2 last year. So we've got some new players, we've got some old players. We practiced, and we managed to get back to the grand final, and we really gave it our all. So. Yeah,
one thing we talked about, especially in that second half, was your defensive efforts as well. The way because we know that Holy Knights of Keck, they're an athletic side, and I feel like for the most part you stifled that today. Was that the plan going in, knowing that they had a fairly big sort of side today in terms of rotations and knowing their athleticism? Was that definitely a plan going in?
Look, we knew they were athletic. They were very young compared to most of us. But I think experience with the wind is what helped us, honestly, the most. Like the wind made it very hard for them on that end zone, kept rolling back towards their line, and it just made it really easy for us, unfortunately. So, look, they tried really hard. They did some long throws, and they have got the athleticism, so it was really good. It was a really good game.
Nice. Yeah, congratulations, Dio, on a 2024 Spring League Division 2 Grand Final.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like we said, it's great to get that redemption from last year, and look, was a bit of the difference this year having Batman back on the team and you and him linking up.
There was, yeah. Like we've lost some other players as well. We gave some Game of Throw players to Blackjack, so we had to do a bit of a swap just to sort of even it out with the girls and the boys. So Matt came across, and yeah, look, it definitely helped having another handler, and we were still teaching some of the other new people and stuff. So no, it was just really good. But we wanted to get to Division 1, but unfortunately we did not get there. We drew on that last game, which. With Woolly Mammoths, so unfortunately that bumped us down, I think, to Division 2.
Yeah, look, but I don't think it's all of a bad thing after coming out now with the Division 2 Grand Final and being the premiers and getting that name etched into the Spring League Grand Final plaque for forever. So yeah, congratulations.
Etched in history now.
Etched in history.
Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
2024 Div 2 champions. Back next year?
I certainly hope so.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Again.
And before we go, Dio, who's your pick for our Div 1 Grand Final between Panda and Justice?
Ooh.
And remembering, I think Dio was a former Justiskin back in the day, so
that's right.
There really is only one correct answer for this.
Oh, okay. So, no. Look, I'm going to say Bryce.
Bryce?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Going individuals.
Yeah. But we'll go. I reckon Bryce will pull through. But with the team, look, Mad Panda's been going okay, but Justice has had a flawless record at the moment. So I probably would go with Justice League at the moment.
Yeah, but let's just hope
that's
we've
my
got
tip in a close one.
let's hope it is a close game, because we don't want to blow out at a end of season.
Not like a Game of Throws Frisbee Falcons last grand final.
That's right. But like we said, that's true.
Now, just one more. With that nearly one that you got in on the end of in the second half there in the end zone.
Yep.
Are we going to see you in the 2024 Grand Final sprint?
Well, I certainly hope so. If I don't pull up lame. No, I would like to. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy your win.
Thank you.
Come on down. We'll go with the Holy Knights of Keck now. You can be absolutely well proud. They have not lost a thing, in my opinion, and they're celebrating a great season. We'll get in here. Alrighty. G'day, Isaac. Skipper. He's trying to ignore us. G'day, Isaac.
G'day.
So this is Isaac with the Holy Knights of Keck. Isaac wasn't to be today, but an absolute meteoric rise this season to come from a brand new side through to the 2024 Div 2 Grand Final. How are you feeling about the season in the past 9 weeks?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Like, to have never played before, and our whole team's never actually played Frisbee other than just at school, muck around. The league was really welcoming. Every game we played, like every team was helping us get the basics of how to play, and to go from that to winning like our first couple of games to playing in the Div 2 finals, where we got that was our third win of the year, which got us into the granny. And like the scoreboard probably didn't reflect today's efforts, but I think our team gave it like the best shot we had. Game of Throws just tended to be a bit better than us. The wind was also probably a factor that helped it, probably made us struggle a bit more, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with our team. Like, we put the fight up all day. That's all I have to say. Absolutely.
It's quite enjoyable watching you guys, and especially throughout the season to today. I'd agree, the scoreboard doesn't really reflect how you guys went today. I thought the whole team played really well. Give us a wave, everyone. Yep, awesome. So this is a Holy Knights of Keck. I don't think in my time of playing Ultimate Frisbee I've seen a more meteoric rise from being brand new to getting to a grand final in such a way. Back next year?
We're hoping so. We've got to see. We've got a lot of people moving away for uni and all that, just young team, but we're hoping we can get a few more recruits in, especially we made grand final now. Hopefully that means people are pretty keen to join us, but we'll definitely see. We might be making an appearance. So
awesome.
We'll see about that.
That's excellent. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on the season again. Congratulations, everybody. And yeah, have a good day. Stick around for the Div 1 Grand Final. Cheers, guys.